so confusing. I walk right into that one. Hang on, do I have all the fairies? Oh, I don't have any fairies left. I didn't even think about getting more. Yeah, I was so anxious to. Am I live? Wait a minute. There we go. Okay, we're live. Man, that was confusing. It did not want to work for a second. I was like playing through this dungeon. I was like, wait, why is this not going live? But apparently, we're live now. So yeah, I decided I might as well just stay up and finish this game because I keep putting off playing other games because like yeah, I want to play A Link to the Past. So I think I'm gonna try sticking with one game for streams. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people wanted to watch me play A Link to the Past, and I was just like, oh, let's play Kirby Superstar, let's play Super Castlevania 4, let's play, like, Deadly Premonition. Not that there's anything wrong with those games, I like playing those games a lot, but I felt like, oof. I probably have to be a bit less willing to switch on the fly like that, because I was jumping from all sorts of stuff earlier today, like Doom. I need to finish this, so let's. You know, one of my all-time favorite games. Oh no, I hate this. Okay, so I always come down here before I have the prize, right? So the big key. So you can't actually get the tunic like I wanted to. Like I have to go find the big key first, and it's like, ugh, I'm really doing this. I'm really wasting my time. Oof. And this is the most annoying dungeon in the game by far. I think the rest are like very, very easy if you know what you're doing, but this is the one where you can get a little bit troubled. This is basically the water temple of A Link to the Past, because it's so big and there's like so many alternate paths and so many weird things that you can do to get yourself stuck. It's not undoable by any means, but it's very, very noticeably harder than the rest of the game, I would say. In my opinion, it might be debatable. I haven't really seen any other. I haven't really seen anybody else suggest that other levels could be harder. I think I have heard people say that they stopped playing at like Turtle Rock, which confuses me because I don't think Turtle Rock is that difficult at all. But and of course, I'm like saying difficult, like in comparison to the rest of the game. Of course, the whole game isn't that hard. It's definitely a lot easier than the original or Zelda 2. It's the easiest Zelda game up to that point. And Link's Awakening is way harder than this, too. Overall, a lot more difficult. Let me see here. I would say Ocarina is easier than this. Majora is more confusing. I'm not sure if that's the same as difficult. Yeah, I'd say Majora is more difficult just because of how obtuse it can be in certain ways. I don't know. Like maybe I'm only saying this game is easy because I've played it so many times. All right. I think what I need. Okay. I think that's what I needed. Just the big key. Nope. Why did I think that was the big key? Well, because I don't know where the big key is. I mean, I know where it is because I've played this game so many times, but like I just sort of. Can you really not? Is that really not there for any particular reason? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get the big key and then skedaddle, get some fairies, and get myself stocked up, and then. Oops. God damn, that was terrible timing. Nope, get out of the bunny form. Right. I mean, I wish the bunny came back and was more used. I mean, it was implemented in A Link Between Worlds in a really amusing way, but for the most part, yeah, here it is. Yep, pretty easy. Big key. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where like even this this dungeon that I'm like, oh yeah, this is very hard. Yeah, I just breeze through it. I'm mostly just saying it's hard out of nostalgia. I guess that must be how like Water Temple fans feel about like the Water Temple, because I've never complained about the Water Temple because I've always known how to beat the Water Temple. There was just one time when I was playing A Link to the Past where like I struggled a lot with the Ice Temple, and it always stuck with me. And I guess it was because I was so young. Honestly, that was after I played the Water Temple, though. I remember that. So, all right, yeah, I'm gonna stop by my my house and pick up my fairies. I love how you have like a fairy fountain outside your house. That's amazing. It really makes your house feel like really chill. I hate how there's like nothing in your house like throughout the entire game. That's one of the things I love about A Link Between Worlds. It actually like gave your house like a purpose. It was fantastic. Of course, I would love to play A Link Between Worlds again if it was actually... Oh wait, is my camera... How's my camera looking there? I would actually love to play A Link Between Worlds again if I actually had my copy. I keep bitching about this every time I play this game on stream, but I don't have my copy, and it's not coming back, seemingly. I'm working on that, but we'll have to see how that turns out. Oof, alright. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I completely forgot. I need to put that in memory to get my, oops. To get my skill set established. I need to play around with my camera, my face cam too. Yeah, that should be one of my next purchases, actually, is an actual podium. I think my camera is fine. It's just a matter of like distance and not having a zoom in feature. Yeah, once we get that figured out, we are set. And I've seen replays, and it doesn't look that bad, so we'll stick with it for now. Oh, oops. I went the wrong way. I don't know why I came up this way. I was completely distracted for a minute there. All right. Oh, I went the completely wrong way. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna stick with this until I beat it. So on stream anyway, and then I think I'll play Super Metroid or Kirby or something. Yeah, Super Metroid I haven't played in a couple of months, so that'll be interesting to go back to it. I've never played it on stream either, so... I mean, I was in the middle of a playthrough when I last played it, so I'm gonna have to start from there, but... Yeah, back when I was playing it on the Wii, back when I was playing the Virtual Console, like, I never used the save states. Like, I never saved the game, like, ever. Like, not even, like, the normal way. I just blew through the game in one go. I was good enough at it, and it was addicting. I was legit, like, getting all this crazy stuff, doing all this crazy stuff, you know, these legit speedrunning techniques. I got a time of 1 hour and 28 minutes. I wasn't bad at it at all. I'm not sure what the world record is right now. It's definitely under an hour. I don't think it's under half an hour, but it might be. Maybe it is 28 minutes or something like that. But that's if you do like everything perfectly. That was years ago, so it's probably gotten better since then. Oh, probably. I think we reached the point a long time ago where you can't really make drastic improvements to the meta now. It's just it is what it is. It's like there are limitations to everything, and there are lots of limits you could break, but like for where Super Metroid is concerned, you know, it's one of the most popular speedrun games ever. I watched the Yoshi's Island speedrun a while back, and it was like really, really exciting. So I think I will maybe I'll sit around and like watch a Super Metroid speedrun reaction or something. Maybe I could do that. Bam.
I mean, these dungeons aren't very long at all. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to play this earlier today. I was just like, well, do I really want to play Dungeons 4, 5, 6, and Ganon's Tower, like, back-to-back? Or 4, 5, 6, 7, and Ganon's Tower back-to-back, and I think I could have, honestly. I keep going back and forth on this, but I do think, like, going through Dungeon 5 this quickly, you know, like 15 minutes, yeah, I think I could have done it. It's just a matter of, like... you know, overestimating it. You know what I mean? Like, you see, like, all these dungeons, you're like, oh, that's going to take hours to do. You know, there are more dungeons in this game than there are in games like Twilight Princess, right? Skyward Sword, Wind Waker, but those games are, like, longer than this because they're more padded out and there's more things to do in the overworld and stuff like that. It was different back then, is a way of putting it at level 5. Oh, so it is referred to in-game as level 5. I wasn't just talking out of my ass there. Da-da-da-da. You got the blue mail. Yeah, reduces armor. And it's so ridiculous how late you get this thing. Like, 8 dungeons in, you get a method to get damaged less. Like, unbelievable. You have a bunch of keys. I'm pretty sad. I just put them in. No, okay. I think I'm fucked. Hang on. I think I might have screwed it up where I can't win. Hang on. Because I just teleported out and to get fairies, and I think the way I did it, hang on. Okay, no, okay. Yeah, I must not have had enough keys, because I remember as a kid, this is what confused me, is that, like, I got down here and I didn't have enough keys, and I couldn't get in this door, and I couldn't find the switch, and I couldn't go back and push that block. Right? This is the room where I use the level 6 prize to cheat, basically, to go ahead. Oh, I forgot there were fairies in this dungeon too. Wow, so I went out to get fairies for nothing. Wow. Oh, darn. Hang on. Does that work? Surely that works. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, shit. I'm so angry. Alright. So I'm gonna have to go around. Go to the other side, push that one down, use that to weigh down the switch. Yeah, I hate this puzzle. I mean... It's such a roundabout way of doing it. Like, why could you just not walk to that side and push that block downward? Like, it's just... It's needless. It's like, it's pointless. It's just time-consuming. Like, you're going through rooms you already went through before. It's just, yeah. This is the reason I hated this. Like, especially I think because if you don't know what you're doing, it could be like overwhelming. Because like it's such a big dungeon, like you have no idea. Like you have to go in this specific room and like bomb your way back down. It's a bit overwhelming for what it is. For such a simple puzzle, too. Like, you could just push the block another couple of squares, but the game won't let you do that. You have to throw down that block on the left side and then push that one on the switch. Alright, Oops. There we go. Ah, they got me. They got me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start carrying, like, blue potions sometimes, because, like, fairies don't heal you all the way in this game, and it's very, very frustrating. Especially if you're kind of depending on them to heal you all the way, because I think they do heal you all the way in, like, Ocarina and stuff like that, which makes having them, like, on you, like, OP as fuck, but this is a bit more balanced, I think, for the potions. Maybe I could be wrong on that, but oof. Alright. Okay. Is this the boss room where you fall down? Alright. So that took me like what? According to this, about 15 minutes to get through. Wow, that's a lot shorter than I was expecting. I was expecting at least like a half hour. The dungeons in this game are really, really short. Like, 15 minutes is about as long as, like, you know, the child dungeons in Ocarina, I think. I think most dungeons in Ocarina take, like, what, an hour, maybe? Like, 45 minutes to an hour. Like, they're not that long, but, they're longer than this, for sure. Like, you can't, like, skip around like a dipshit like I just did. You can't, like, warp out and, like, abuse the system. Well, you technically can, but, like, Pharaoh's Wind is not nearly as useful as the mirror, for a couple of reasons. It takes magic. I can't remember the last time I've seriously used Pharaoh's Wind. And I've used the mirror, like, twice in this playthrough to get to, like, the beginning of a dungeon, so I can, like, leave and get stuff. Like, I normally don't need to leave a dungeon in Ocarina for any reason. There's no reason to do it. Because of you, I can escape through the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. They say the Hylia people controlled mysterious powers, as did the 7 wise men, but the blood of the Hylia has become thin over time. We who carry the blood of the 7 wise men do not possess strong power anymore either. Our powers will increase if we mix the courage of the knights with the wisdom of the wise men. Only a short time remains until the gate at the castle linking the worlds opens completely. If you defeat Ganon, this world will vanish, and the Triforce will wait for a new holder. I believe in you. Good luck. Do you understand? Yes. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Oh man, so hype, so exciting. Such a great game. All right. Oh, I had the Quake medallion already. I thought I'd skipped all the medallions, but yeah. I always forget, like, I just don't bother getting medallions. I don't care enough. Like, they're only good for getting into the... I was thinking about this earlier today. I actually don't remember which medallion goes where, like, to get into Turtle Rock and the desert one. I have no idea. I just think they're, like, the same or whatever. They're both... oof. Like, you have 3 medallions, right? And 2 of them help you get into 2 of the dungeons. And I don't remember where you get... I don't remember which one goes where, is what I'm getting at. Like, there's no point. Like, you just get all 3 of them, and then you just use the one you need when you get there. And the medallions are cool in theory, but, like, I never use them outside of this specific thing, like getting into dungeons. Or doing, like, special things. Should I even bother getting the cane? I might as well since I'm up here. Like, this is one of the things I really, really love about Ocarina, is that, this game, A Link to the Past, not Ocarina. There's so many out there sort of, hidden things in this game. You know, things you don't need to get to beat it, but, like, sort of are just cool to have. Like the medallions, this cape, this cane. It's very, very neat. They just shoved all sorts of weird stuff in there, and I kind of wish they would do that more in the future. That's one of the things I'm hoping for in Breath of the Wild 2, is just really, really out there items, like more powers. I think people are severely underestimating how radically different Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be simply by having different powers. Like, it's not even going to be like a matter of, oops, I might as well drink my potion. I don't need it anymore. And it's not even going to be a matter of, like, Breath of the Wild 2 can't possibly be a rehash of the original, because they're just going to give you all sorts of crazy new things to explore the open world again. It's going to be very, very exciting. I'm very, very hyped for that game. And that's very interesting, too, because I do think Breath of the Wild 2 is going to cement Nintendo as, like, the king of open world games, because think about this. They are putting out a sequel to their huge open world RPG less than 5 years after the original came out, right? It might come out in 2021, 2022. We'll see, but that'll be like 5 years from now, right? Witcher 3 has been out for 5 years, and there isn't even a sniff, not even a sniff of a Witcher 4. Like, we're not getting RDR2 or RDR3 anytime soon. We're not getting, like, GTA 6 anytime soon. We might get Breath of the Wild 2 before we get GTA 6. Like, that's how severe the that's how long it takes to put these games out there. And I think people will start to notice that. Like, we're getting great Zelda games regularly. Like, we already got that, like, Link's Awakening remake, which was great. We might get some more stuff. Oh, oops. I might as well get the... I completely forgot to get the desert one. Oh, hang on. Like, we're getting Xenoblade games really quickly. We're getting Zelda games really quickly. It's, Nintendo is just outclassing these open-world developers, not only in quality, but in overall... Their overall release schedule is just better. Like, they're better managed. The budgets are lower. They take less time to develop. It's very, very interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. How does this work? Oh, are you supposed to come over here in the Dark World? Oh, darn it. Yeah, I think you are. Oops. Yeah, Dark World, and then warp back. Okay, I remember. I remember now. I didn't forget. It was just like, wait a minute. I mean, I do stand by, like, I really hope Link's Awakening on Switch did really, really well. It sold like 4 million copies, and this is a game that's been available on other platforms for a while. It's been re-released already on the Game Boy Color. Of course, it had its original release, and it was available on the 3DS eShop, which I was actually considering buying before the remake was announced, and it still sold 4 million copies. So we are at that point where a lot of these classic Nintendo games are just going to continue gaining new fans. Like, they're so well made, right? They're so well made. They're so engaging that, like, just re-releasing them is going to get like millions of units sold. It's phenomenal. And of course, you have like the new stuff that's coming out all the time. You know, Luigi's Mansion 3 did really, really well. Animal Crossing is doing really well. Pokemon did really, really well. We're really reaching that point where you can't really make this argument that like third-party developers are like the kings of the industry, like the people who control the variety, the exclusive content, like the mature games, like when you get right, the people who put the variety out there on video game consoles, because there's no variety, because over the past 20 years we've seen how all of these developers basically declined into making basically the same games. When you get right down to it, you know, open world games, shooters, open world games, there's no real variety anymore. And now we're at the point where Nintendo is doing better with their IP, right? With their take on those genres. You know, Splatoon is way better than most shooters. ARMS is way better than most fighting games. I'm saying most in the case of ARMS, because I do think fighting games have been making a comeback, sort of. I mean, Injustice 2 wasn't very good, but like I like Mortal Kombat 11 just fine. It's kind of debatable. Oh. Yeah, fighting games made a weird resurgence back in like 2008, and now they're becoming terrible again with like Street Fighter V and stuff like that. You know, that's kind of a problem in of itself. I blame like the competitive scene and like the shills there. The shills in general, I think, are kind of ruining video games, because you have a ton of people, right, who are just refusing to admit that there's a very, very, very serious problem with Final Fantasy VII-R. It's so bizarre how people like Maximilian Dood will come out and like try and say that like, oh, this is gonna be a great game to get this beloved classic game popular among normies, and I'm just like, well, just re-releasing it would have done that. Like, Like, I myself did not play Final Fantasy VII when it first came out, right? And I'm a big fan of that game. I stand by the fact that this idea that Final Fantasy VII is going to magically attract people who don't like the JRPG genre, that is very, very misplaced. I think Square Enix is very, very is very, very misdirected in going in that that route. I don't think that's going to work. I don't, and I do think the cracks for Final Fantasy VII are starting to show already. I think there's a lot of red flags concerning that specific release at this point in time. Right now, it's coming out in like 2 days, right? Yeah, I will be free when it's available, so I should be able. I'm not making any promises, but I should be able to get on reasonably soon, do a live stream and talk about like everything wrong with Final Fantasy VII R. Like I'll be watching some sort of like non-commentated Let's Play and like talking about like the weird plot elements that I already know about. Like I already know like everything. I already know that like Final Fantasy VII is weird as shit. Like Final Fantasy VII R is not a remake, is a complete failure. Like nobody's gonna be happy with it. But I also know that like the Square Enix shills, the YouTubers, the gaming journalists are in full damage control mode and are refusing to admit that fact. So it's going to be up to me and other independent YouTubers, hardcore Final Fantasy VII fans, like real Final Fantasy VII fans, like to come out and say that like, yeah, this is bullshit. I'm really curious as to what someone like I mean, who even is like an RPG fan on YouTube anymore? Like I was about to say Pro Jared, right? Like I wonder what Pro Jared is gonna say about this, but Pro Jared's gonna shill for it. Like I guarantee you, like he is a shill. Like he shilled for Monster Hunter World. He did all this. He's done all this shady shit. You know, cheated on his wife. All this crazy stuff. And his YouTube career is declining. It's really, really interesting because Pro Jared, his career was basically over with the whole Me Too thing, the whole like divorce scandal that ruined him. But the YouTube community did come out and try to defend him because he was still in that crowd, right? He didn't alienate like the really powerful individuals in that sphere. So they defended him. They damage controlled him, similar to how they damage control specific brands and stuff like that, and are allowing him to continue making videos and collaborating. I think like the only thing he really lost, aside from a large amount of subscribers from this ordeal, is his Game Grumps partnership, which is understandable considering who was involved with that situation. But oof. Yeah, people were not willing to really hold him accountable, and that needs to be that cannot be stated enough. That like these YouTubers cannot be trusted to provide reliable, insightful commentary on what's going on in gaming because they are primarily shills. Like when you get right down to it, like if you give a bad review to a game, you're going to get blacklisted. Like I myself know that I would never ever be partnered with Nintendo or anyone else because I would not be willing to shill. That's just not my nature. I'm much more interested in being like honest about how I feel about games, and most people don't feel that way. They're mostly interested in pushing this as a career rather than just a hobby or expressing themselves or having fun. It's just oof. Yeah, they just gotta move on to the hot new thing, the new hotness. Wait a minute. Did I walk by the big key? I don't remember where the big key is. I can't believe I don't remember where the big key is. All right, is it down here? Hang on, I might as well grab this real quick. I think there is a key down this way. Yep. All right. Da-da. So I'm really wondering, the backlash is on the way. Like I think it is. The backlash itself is inevitable. The situation now is like, well, how is Square Enix going to be able to damage control this? Like, are they going to be able to like convince people that like this is a good direction for Final Fantasy VII to take, like as the next step in the continuity, like retconning the classic game and doing all this stupid shit? Like, I don't think so. I do think that like I mean, there are going to be people like Angry Joe. This is going to be the problem. It's going to be like the Angry Joe situation. Like, he's going to come out and say, oh, I liked it, and then never talk about or address it again. Like, just like he did with Final Fantasy 15, right? Like, Final Fantasy 15 had a ton of problems, but that didn't really matter because, you know, he made his review and then did his streams, made his money off this big release, and then he didn't really care about it anymore. That was Angry Joe's experience with Final Fantasy 15, and he's gonna have to do that with Final Fantasy 7. And because it's in parts, because it's episodic, he might not actually be able to do that again. He might actually become more critical of the way the story is going. I doubt it, because how low his standards are when it comes to storytelling in video games. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, I've heard all sorts of bad things about Final Fantasy VII already, like the combat, just the general gameplay, like everything, really. Hang on. I'm at the point now where I can't really take anyone who praises it seriously, because I do feel that Square Enix probably has the best shills out of any gaming company that I'm aware of. Oh, oops. Hang on. I didn't get my cane. Hang on. I want my cane. I can't believe I didn't get my cane. Yeah, Square Enix, like I keep seeing these weird forum posts and all these weird people commenting on my Twitter feed about like, oh, Final Fantasy VII, it's such a great game. Like, guys, it's not out yet. You haven't played it. Like, stop it. Like, it's embarrassing. I probably know more about it than they do. It's so interesting to see them like try and damage control shit like the time dementors and Barrett dying, or Barrett's death, I should say, and then he immediately comes back, which is going to ruin the entire core concept, one of the iconic themes of Final Fantasy VII, right? The idea that Aeris can't be brought back, right? It's just like, ugh. It's very, very underwhelming. I'm not impressed. Oh wait, ooh. Okay, yeah, what you're supposed to do, I have done it before. I have like run across before, but what you can do is you can use the hook shot to like cross the gap. I completely forgot about that. Okay, it's easier if you do that. How many fairies do I have left? Or like 2, yeah. Yeah, every time I play this game, like, it feels shorter. Like, it's so bizarre. Like, I remember not being able to beat this as a kid, and it's so weird now coming back to it and, like, experiencing it again. Like, experiencing it in this way and, like, playing through it in, like, a couple of hours, it feels like. Like, it's just, oof. Timing myself, with the whole stream thing, and like, yeah, it only took me like a couple of hours to get through this. Like, I legit think it took me like, what, 3, 4, 5 hours to get through the entire thing. Probably more like 6. It's definitely something you can get through in a weekend. I can't even sit down and watch My Hero Academia for that long. I was today like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down and watch all of it, and I have like 28 episodes to go before I'm caught up, and really, really enjoying it, actually. Let it be known that the last arc I saw, the Hero Provisional Exam arc, or whatever the official name for it is, that was the best arc I've seen from it in a while, since the first one. Probably not as good as the first one, but I still liked it quite a lot, actually. More so than I thought I would. I was really worried that like after the last one that like it was going to get shitty, but no, this one was actually fun. There was a lot going on. I mean, it still wasn't like the best ever or anything like that, but like, it was good. I enjoyed it. I like the core idea, and it seems to be setting up for more shit like happening later. I don't know, man. Like, I keep expecting My Hero to, like, go downhill, and then it doesn't really happen. I'm gonna have to, like, look at, like, Naruto's episode list and, like, see when that goes downhill. Because, like, I'm worried this is, like, sort of a Naruto situation, right? Where, like, I keep waiting for the next Rock Lee versus Gaara, and then it never happens. Like, you know what I mean? And, I guess, like, getting burned that hard on this, as a kid, like, kind of sticks with me. I keep expecting these shows to just go to shit, and that hasn't really happened with My Hero yet. I mean, I'll say I don't like the sports festival arc, but it was like, you know, it doesn't really add anything to the story, but it wasn't like awful the way that like other arcs can be. Like, it didn't. What did I think about Sports Festival? Man, it's been a while. I just watched it again too. Did I give a video on my thoughts on that? Wow, I didn't give it any. I haven't given it any thought since I've last watched it, because I have watched the entire thing twice, right? I watched through the entire show again to get caught up on it again, and yeah, the Sports Festival I really did not like. The camp one was better, but I didn't really. That kid, it reminded me too much of, like, Luca from the Wonderful 101. I was just like, okay, enough with these kids who just hate superheroes, okay? That has to be some sort of, like, Sentai sort of stereotype or something, because I keep seeing that pop up, and I really, really hate it. It's just like, wow, he hates superheroes because they didn't save his parent. It's just like, oh, come on. Come on.
Hang on, are we continuing? Wait a minute. That work? Wait, are we good to go here, or? Ah, here we go. Wow. Yeah, unfortunately, I had a power outage. Let me see here. Yep, I think we were able to boot it back up. I think. Hang on. Let me make sure everything is shipshape here. All right, that should be good. Yeah, the power went out for a bit there, and it's really storming, so it's probably gonna happen again. Oops. Great. It completely threw me off the game. Like, I was honestly getting ready to go to bed or something and doing something else, but no. Oh, we gotta finish this game, man. I don't know why my chat isn't on screen, but all right. Oof. Yeah, I was really concerned when the power went out, because, like, oh, is this going to be it? Is no one going to be willing to come out and fix it, considering the state the world is in? All right. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. My plan is just to sit here tight until, like, the world is saved, but no, it's, nope, that's not happening. Oops. It hasn't happened yet, I should say. I mean, people are actually working on it now, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but, I mean, I say that, but, like, this shouldn't have been a problem to begin with. Hopefully they'll learn. They'll learn their lesson. All right. Hang on. Oops. Ow. Yeah, I got completely turned around in there. Honestly, I might just beat this boss and then go to bed, because I'm so paranoid that the lights are going to go off again. Oh, wait. It's really, really nasty out. I might as well just end the stream properly, right? I mean, I did beat one dungeon. I guess I could just beat it tomorrow. And then just spend the rest of my night playing Kid Icarus Uprising. Damn, I really hope the power doesn't go off again. Because, like, I really wanted to watch anime or do something. Like, I really wanted to finish this. I was getting really fired up about finishing it, too. I was just like, yeah, no more excuses. Let's do it. And, no, it didn't happen, unfortunately. All right.
Well, I'm saying it like I've already given up, but hang on. I don't have my chat on screen. I don't know what the deal with that is. Let's see. Yeah, where did my chat go? I guess sometimes it just doesn't pop up for whatever reason. I guess I'll just bring up the YouTube stream and just watch it there. Let me see here. Yeah, can you hear that the rain? Because it's really, really nasty. All right. Oof. All right, let's get going. And I actually do like the YouTube chat because like I can actually post things on there, like links to my books and stuff like that, which is what I want to do. But oof. For some reason, I can't do that with OBS. It doesn't let me for whatever reason. All right. All right. Oof. I think I will just beat this and then just turn in. Yeah. This, 5 and 6 for a half an hour stream, and then tomorrow Ganon's Tower and the Turtle Rock. I love how Turtle Rock and like Ganon's Tower are like right next to each other. Like, oh damn, I'm out of fairies too. It's not a hard boss, but I'm not. Oof. Let's see if I can pull it off. Oops, ah, shit. Yeah, he's Sith lightning me. Lightning me. Absolute power! Damn! Okay. Yeah, I was so fired up about, like, beating it, and then, nope. Alright. Yeah, I'm about to get more fairies. Bleh. Yeah, I probably should sign off before things get worse. I am pretty confident the power's going to go out again because it's really, really nasty out. I honestly didn't think it would come back on. Alright, yeah, I got to the boss. I'll just beat the boss next stream, and then we'll finish it. Oof. Yep, I'm going to spend the rest of my night playing Kid Icarus, which I can't stream, unfortunately. I probably won't be able to stream anyway, but alright, I'll just finish up here. Damn, I really wanted to play Super Metroid too. Oh, well, next time. Next time. Let's see, is that 4? I think it is. Oh, nope, no, that's 3. One more, and then save and quit, and then we are out of here. This is the worst playthrough I've had in a long time. It's probably entirely because I'm streaming, but alright. Because I normally don't die on playthroughs, and I've died, like, what, twice? And in places I normally never die on. Misery Mire, on Dark Palace against the dinosaur. I haven't died against that since I was a kid. Yeah. Great game. Yeah, I would love to keep streaming. I want to keep streaming, but unfortunately, conditions. I don't want my power to go out again. That was kind of awkward. So